Jonny, that win against France, it was great to watch. What was it like to play in?
Um, Intense. It was an intense game, a proper test match. Um, we worked hard for that win. I feel like we deserved it. Our performance was good, and it was an important step forward for the team. Um, there's no doubt this campaign we've gone through some challenges as a team and come up short at times, but we've got hold of it as a group, and we're doing everything we can to get better. And it translated on Saturday, and we've got another huge challenge ahead of us on Saturday.
What pleased you most about the win? Was it the late try?
Um, just, just, I mean, everything was good. Everything was good. The performance was very good. Our set piece was good. Our defense was good, and our attack was good. Um, and all the little things within that were also good. So just the fact that we were, even though I don't think we were leading on the scoreboard, were we the whole game? But the way that we went about it, in terms of we were relentless at knocking on the door, chipping away at the stone, um, and it felt like out there because of the way we were performing. The belief grew, and it felt like we were always going to get that opportunity and take it. So no, it was a good performance.
You've taken a bit of criticism as a team. Does it make these wins a wee bit more sweeter?
Um, it's not the criticism that makes the win sweeter. It's just the fact that we needed a win. Like when you lose a couple, it doesn't feel nice, and you feel bad for all the people watching at home, and you want to make people happy and do your country proud. So you just want a win, and a performance as well. The performance gives you the win. Um, so we're just pleased to get that performance in and get a W.
And you yourself got plenty of ball in hand, even a couple of kicks to the corner. Must have been good. You must have been happy with your performance.
Um, no, I mean, I'm grateful that I still feel like I'm learning and improving. And as tough as this campaign has been with regards to the start in Scotland, um, I feel like those are the tough times that make a team improve and learn, and make the individuals learn as well. So, as hard as it was, this campaign is going to be a turning point for this team, I feel, and we'll look back at this just like we did the 2018 campaign as a moment in time that tested us, but that brought us together tighter and made us better.
And Ireland on Saturday. You must be really looking forward to that.
No, it's a great game. I love playing against. Um, I mean, every Six Nations game is such a challenging game and a great game to be a part of. Away in Ireland, tough, going to be a tough game. I feel like they'll feel like they perform better than where they're sitting. They've had a couple of fine margin losses. They've been performing well, and in a similar way to where we are, is almost tournament defining. This last game, if we're to win it or they're to win it, they can say, look, we weren't quite at it at times. We've learnt a fair bit, but we finished strong. That's what both team wants out of this game. So they're going to be desperate, and so are we, and it's going to be a real contest.
You say it's almost tournament defining. Does it really mean that much on Saturday?
100%. I mean, um, it wouldn't. It feels as big for me playing for the Grand Slam this game. It's a hugely important game for this team, going through what we've been through. The thought of not finishing on a positive after the poor start we had is not worth thinking about for me. So, and I'm sure they're of the same mindset. So that's why it's going to be a huge contest and a very competitive game at the weekend.
I make it that you've got 5 tries against Ireland. What is it you like of playing against them? You keep scoring.
If I'd be lying if I said I had the answer to that. I think it's probably just chance that I've had opportunities within those games to score tries, I guess. But no, I enjoy the aerial contest against the Irish. I feel like that those guys are very good at it with the Gaelic football background. They always bring that aerial challenge, and I look forward to that. And that will be a huge part of the game. And always with the case with Ireland, it's not just that contest. It's defined by the contests within the game. So the ruck, the breakdown, the gain line, the set piece, the aerial challenge. That's how I look at Ireland. I feel like they're a real contest team. They scrap within all those areas, and they're very good at it. So it's always a very intense game.
You mentioned the gain line. That seems to be a big important part. You've got over the last couple of matches, you've got the edge on Ireland. Do you think that's been vital?
100%. If the pack get on top, you're more than likely going to win. And that is in terms of set piece, dominant collisions, gain line, breakdown. So we're going to need our boys to give it a good game at the weekend because the Ireland pack are very strong. But that's the same within every game, like you said. The gain line and the battle up front is normally game defining.
Ireland, probably quite a structured team. Do you think that suits you guys?
Does that suit us? I haven't really given that much thought. I think, like I said, when I think of Ireland, I think of those contest areas more so than the structure. And that has to bring the best out in us because if we don't win those areas, we won't win the game. So that's how I see the challenge. And that's how I feel we're looking at it. So we're going after those areas. And that's sort of how I see it.
A word on Keith Earls. You'll probably go up against him. How highly do you rate him?
No, he's world class. I have a huge amount of respect for him. For somebody to be in the game that long and play that many games, you have to have a great attitude, and that's what I've got a lot of respect for. To keep trying to get better, to keep performing, to play those many test games. I know how challenging a test match is. To play that many is incredible. He's a great player. He plays with passion. He gives it 100% every week. He's a legend of Irish rugby. So I have to be at my best at the weekend because he's a great player.
You've been around the England team for quite a few years now. How do you compare this team to the teams you've been involved in the past?
It's fundamentally that much the same in this team as mostly that was there at the World Cup and in the lead up to the World Cup. And what I've always said about this group is it's the tightest team I've ever been in terms of we get on well, we're tight. We've got good personalities within the group. There's no cliques, there's no bad eggs. And secondly, it's the most talented. I really have a lot of respect for all of my teammates. I feel privileged to be a part of this team because it's a special team. I feel like there's more to come from this team. We've seen some great games, but we haven't really achieved our potential yet, I don't feel. And that's obviously what we're building towards will be the next World Cup. That's always what everything is about in a national team, is building towards the World Cup. We came close in 2019 and my job right now is to contribute to making that team better come the next World Cup. And as tough as this Six Nations has been, like I said, we'll look back at this one and think this was a great experience for us and this is going to make us better. And
finally, I know you're going to say you're only concentrating in England. There's a Lions tour this summer. Do you have a few ambitions for that?
No, of course, that's something everybody wants to be involved in, but we've got a huge game against Ireland at the weekend. I haven't got the luxury of thinking about the Lions at the moment. I've just got to focus on being the best I can be and getting the team ready.